Most people break when life pushes them to the edge. But some are forged by the fire. This is the story of a boy who had every reason to quit. Every reason to disappear into the shadows. But instead he became the kind of person the world stops to listen to. Not because he was born special. Not because he had money. And definitely not because life was kind to him. He rose because he refused to stay where life threw him. And today you're about to learn why the beginning, a world without light. He grew up in a neighborhood where dreams died before sunrise. A place where people learned to survive, not live. Where silence carried the weight of broken families. And the nights were colder than the winters. He was just 12 when life delivered its first blow. The kind that changes children forever. His father left. No explanations. No goodbye. Just an empty chair at the dinner table. His mother worked 2 jobs just to keep the house standing. But some nights even that wasn't enough. What the boy didn't understand was simple. Life wasn't attacking him. It was preparing him. The first fall. School wasn't easy either. He wasn't the tallest. Not the smartest. Definitely not the popular kid. He sat in the back of the class invisible. And when bullies looked for someone to crush, they found him first. The teachers noticed his silence. But silence is easy to ignore. He failed 2 subjects. And when parents were called he expected anger. But his mother only said 1 sentence. Life is punching you now so it doesn't knock you out later. He didn't understand it then. He does now. The moment everything changed. At 14, something unexpected happened. His school assigned a new teacher. A strict man. A calm man. But a man who saw potential where others saw nothing. One day, after class, the teacher placed a book in his hands. Not a textbook. But a story of a man who rose from nothing. The boy asked, "Why me?" And the teacher replied, "Because you're the only one in this class who doesn't know how powerful he is." That night he didn't sleep. He read every page. For the first time in his life. He imagined a different future. The grind begins. He started waking up earlier than everyone. He studied harder than everyone. He trained his mind like someone preparing for a war. The bullies disappeared. Not because he fought them, but because confidence doesn't attract cowards. Slowly, very slowly, he climbed back. Grades improved. He started helping others. He learned discipline. He learned patience. But life never lets you rise without a test. The second storm. Right when things finally looked stable. His mother fell seriously ill. Suddenly, he was back in the same darkness he escaped from. Hospital bills. Double shifts. Sleepless nights. Fear. But this time, he wasn't the same boy. He took part-time jobs. He studied at night. He worked until his hands shook. He refused to break. And in that storm he learned something powerful. Strength does not come from what you can lift. It comes from what you refuse to let fall. The rise. By 18, he was different. Focused. Calm. Sharp. He applied for a scholarship. Not expecting to win. But destiny had been watching his struggle. He got accepted. When he left home for the first time, his mother whispered, "Go become the man this world told you couldn't be." And he did. He studied leadership, business, psychology, human behavior. Every subject that could make him stronger. Opportunities opened. People started listening. His voice carried weight. He became the person he once prayed to become. The transformation. Years later, the boy who once felt invisible now stood on a stage telling his story. Not to boast, not to show off, but to remind others. Your pain is not a curse. Your failures are not your identity. Your past is not your prison. They are training, preparation. The universe shaping you into something unbreakable. And when he finished speaking, the room stood in silence. Not because his story was perfect, but because it was real. The message to you, if you're watching this right now, You may feel lost. You may feel broken. Life may be pushing you in ways that feel unfair. But remember this. The strongest trees grow in the strongest storms. Diamonds are made under pressure. Stars are born in darkness. And so are you. Your story is not over. Not even close. You're just in the part where every legend begins. Rock bottom. Struggle. Loneliness. Pain. But pain is not the enemy. Pain is the author of greatness. Let it shape you, not destroy you. OUTRO. This is not just the story of one boy. This is the story of every person who refuses to give up when life gives them every reason to. Remember, you are stronger than your past. You are bigger than your fears. And your future is waiting for you, if you have the courage to walk toward it.